number 650. 650, question number 66 to 70. Now in this 66 to 70, tell me what is the information here. Now 8 friends. Who are those 8 friends? L, M, N, O, P, Q and R and S are seated around a circular table facing the center, but not necessarily in the same order. And each one of them has a different profession. Among doctor, engineer, teacher and so on, 8 persons. And these 8 persons are facing towards the center, seated around a circular table, and they belong to different professions. Then, now in this condition number 1, what is the information given in this one? M sits out to the left of the actor. As M is seated out to the left of the actor, first we need to fix the actor here, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now as this person is the actor, M sits out to the left of whom? M sits out to the left of the actor, M must be here. M sits out to the left of the actor. Then next one. And only 2 people between M and the teacher. As only 2 people between M and the teacher, 1, 2, teacher must be here. Only 2 people between M and the teacher, and only 1 person sits between O and the teacher. As only 1 person sits between O and the teacher, then how many possibilities? 2 possibilities. Only 1 person between O and teacher. O can be the actor, or O is to the immediate left hand side of M, isn't it? And so how many possibilities? 2 possibilities. And out of these 2 possibilities, teacher is here. Then this person is an actor, and this person is O, and this person will be M. Done with this? Then N sits second to the right of the pilot. N is seated second to the right of the pilot if pilot is here. N is seated second to the right of the pilot. And pilot is not an immediate neighbor of the actor. And pilot is not an immediate neighbor of the actor. Pilot cannot be here. And pilot cannot be here. As pilot cannot be here, now we need to identify the position of this pilot. Now pilot cannot be in these 2 places. Then now pilot cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here, and cannot be here, cannot be in these 4 places. Then out of which, tell me whether pilot can be here. If pilot is here, then N sits second to the right of pilot is also not possible because O is already here, isn't it? Hence pilot cannot be here. Then if pilot is M, then what is the other possibility here? If pilot is M, then this N will be here, that is one possibility. Or if pilot is here, then N will be here, that is the second possibility. And so how many possibilities do we have? Only 2 possibilities. Pilot can be left hand side of M or the right hand side of M. The next one. And N sits second to the right of the pilot. Pilot is not an immediate neighbor of the actor. M is not the pilot. Now M is not the pilot, that is also clearly given. As M is not the pilot, then where should this pilot be? If pilot is here, and pilot must be at this place only, isn't it? As pilot is here, then where should this N? N must be at this place. And because M is not the pilot, and next one. And again in this case, now pilot cannot be in these 2 places. Pilot cannot be here. Pilot cannot be M as well, isn't it? Pilot cannot be here. Then what is the only possibility? Pilot cannot be here. Then this O is the pilot, isn't it? Now, M sits out to the left of the actor. M is seated out to the left of the actor, and at the same time 2 people between M and the teacher, 2 people between M and the teacher. Then what is the other information here? Only 1 person between O and the teacher. As only 1 person between O and the teacher, then O can be either at this place or O can be here. O can be the actor or opposite to the actor. Then next one. And N sits second to the right of the pilot. As N is seated second to the right of the pilot, and the pilot is not an immediate neighbor of actor, and pilot cannot be here, pilot cannot be here, pilot cannot be in these 4 places, and pilot cannot be here as well, isn't it? Then, and pilot cannot be here, and M is not a pilot, hence pilot is here. If pilot is here, N will be here. Done? Then coming to the second case in this one. Now in this one, pilot cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be in these 4 places. Then out of which, if pilot is at this place, tell me whether pilot can be here or not. If pilot is here, then N will be the actor, isn't it? Or if pilot is here, if M is the pilot, M is not the pilot, that is clearly given. Or if O is the pilot, then N will be here. Hence, how many possibilities? Yes. Is there anyone by name Sai Pallavi? Bhadrachalam, Sai Pallavi. Next one. Now, here how many possibilities are there to this pilot? There are two possibilities. Pilot can be O or pilot can be here. There are two possibilities. Then M is not the pilot. M is not the pilot and M is an immediate neighbor of Q. M is an immediate neighbor of Q. As M is an immediate neighbor of Q, then tell me what is the possibility we have? M is an immediate neighbor of Q and this person is a pilot and M is an immediate neighbor of Q, Q will be here. M is an immediate neighbor of Q, then Q will be at this place. If Q is here, then pilot cannot be here because if pilot is O, then N and Q must be in the same place, which is not possible. Are you following this one or not? Hence, now in the second case, now we can able to fix the pilot as well. Then who is the pilot here? Now the pilot is Q and this person is pilot. If this person is pilot, N is the actor. Done with this? And pilot is an immediate neighbor of Q and M is an immediate neighbor of Q and only one person sits between Q and the doctor. As only one person sits between Q and the doctor, now in the first case N is the doctor, isn't it? And in the second case between Q and N, there is only one person between Q and the doctor is O. Doctor is O. The engineer sits to the immediate left of R and whatever this engineer is seated to the immediate left of R. Engineer sits to the immediate left of R. Tell me how many possibilities. If R is here, R cannot be here because engineer cannot be N and immediate. And next one, if R is here, engineer and teacher must be in the same place, which is not possible. And if R is here, then R and engineer. R can be teacher or not? If R is a teacher, then engineer must be here. Are you following this one or not? Then the engineer sits to the immediate left of R. Only two people between R and S. As only two people between R and S, hence S must be here. Only two people between R and S. Then the painter is not an immediate neighbor of the doctor. Painter is not an immediate neighbor of the doctor. And now in the first case, painter is not an immediate neighbor of the doctor. Then doctor cannot be in these two places. Painter cannot be here. As painter cannot be here, then where should this painter be? Painter must be here. And then, and L is the banker. As L is the banker, then L the banker, is it possible here? It is not at all possible in the first case. L the banker is not possible and the first case is completely ruled out. Then now we are left with the second case. Now in the second case, then tell me where is the doctor here? Doctor, that has been finalized here, doctor. As doctor is here, the engineer sits to the immediate left of R. Engineer seated to the immediate left hand side of the R, this is the teacher. M is an immediate neighbor of Q and only one person sits between Q and the doctor, Q and doctor. Engineer sits to the immediate left of R. As engineer is seated to the immediate left hand side of R, tell me where should this R be? Engineer is to the immediate left hand side of R. Then can we have R at this place? If R is here, engineer cannot be Q because Q is a pilot. Hence R cannot be here. Can we have R at this place? If R is here, then engineer and teacher must be in the same place, not possible. Hence R must be here. R is the teacher. Are you following this one or not? If R is the teacher and this person is an engineer. As this person is an engineer and only two people between R and S. As only two people between R and S, two people between R and S, what is the possibility we have? Now this S is in between Q and N. S is in between Q and N. Only two people between R and S. Painter is not an immediate neighbor of doctor. As painter is not an immediate neighbor of doctor, painter cannot be in these two places. As painter cannot be here, then where should this painter be? S is the painter. If S is the painter and painter is not an immediate neighbor of doctor, L is the banker. As L is the banker, tell me where is now L and a banker. Now this L is here and this L is a banker. Done with this? Then L, yes, who are the persons in this one? L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, and S. L, M, N, O, and P, Q, R, and S. Hence, who is the engineer here? P is an engineer. Then what is the profession left out? Doctor, banker, teacher, engineer, actor, painter, and pilot, and after this pilot, what is left over here? And lawyer. And now M is the lawyer. Done with this? Now this is the final arrangement. Now in this final arrangement, question number 66, and which of the following is true regarding M? Yes, tell me what is true here. Only two people sit between M and the pilot. Two people sit between M and the pilot, that is false. And M is an immediate neighbor of the teacher. M is an immediate neighbor of the teacher, that is also false. M sits exactly between O and the pilot. M is exactly between O and the pilot, that is definitely true. Choice 3. Now question number 66, it is choice 3. Then coming to question number 67, and which of the following is true with respect to the given arrangement? R and the engineer are immediate neighbors of each other. R and the engineer are immediate neighbors of each other, that is definitely true, isn't it? Hence, what is your answer? Choice 1 is the answer. Then question number 68. Now in this 68, who among the following is a liar? Yes, tell me who is a liar here? M is a liar. M is a liar, that is choice 5. Then question number 69, if Q is related to painter in a certain way, Q is to the immediate left of the painter, isn't it? And R is related to the banker, R is to the immediate left of the banker, and to which of the following M is related to? And M is to the immediate left of whom? M is to the immediate left of the pilot. Pilot, that is choice 4 is the answer. Done with this? 69, choice 4. Then coming to 70, which of the following is the profession of P? And P is an engineer, P an engineer, that is choice 3. Now this is about question number 66 to 70. Then 71 to 75. Now question number 71 to 75, what is information here? Now to portray the cultural diversity of India, College IJAC is initiating a program called Tarang, under which it will celebrate 7 different festivals, and namely Christmas, Diwali, Holi, Navratri, Ganesh Chaturthi, Eid and Onam, over 7 different months of the year, starting from June and ending in December. Starting from June and ending in December. Now sir, June onwards 7. Yes, first we need to write down all the months. And what are the months here? June, next one July, and this is June, and this is July, August, September, October, November and December. Hence in total there are 7. June, July, August, September, October, November and December. November and December. Then Diwali will be celebrated in December. Now information clearly specified, Diwali is going to be celebrated in December, and this is Diwali. As Diwali is celebrated in the month of December, then Christmas will be celebrated immediately before Holi. Christmas is immediately before Holi, hence Christmas and Holi must be here. Christmas is celebrated immediately before Holi, hence Christmas is before Holi, isn't it? Christmas is immediately before Holi, and Holi will not be celebrated in October, and Holi in October is completely ruled out, and Holi cannot be here. Holi, October is ruled out. As Holi cannot be here, then what are the different possibilities we can have to this Holi? Holi can be in the month of November, isn't it? September, August and so on. Then Holi will not be celebrated in October, and there will be only one festival celebrated between Navratri and Onam. Between Navratri and Onam, and so how many should be there? There must be only one in any order. The order is not clearly specified. Maybe Onam is before Navratri or Navratri is before Onam. And Navratri will be celebrated before Onam, that is clearly given. Navratri is before Onam. Then Eid will be celebrated immediately before Diwali. Now this will be Eid. As Eid is immediately before Diwali, and coming to this Holi cannot be at this place. As a Holi cannot be here, then what is the possibility here? Now tell me whether Holi can be in the month of September or not. If Holi is here, then Christmas will be here. If Holi and Christmas are in these 2 months, then between Navratri and Onam we should have alternate. Navratri and Onam alternate. But is it possible to have alternate in this one? No. Which implies that Holi cannot be in the month of September. As Holi cannot be in the month of September, then tell me whether Holi can be in the month of August or not. Holi is here. If Holi is here, then before this Holi, Christmas will be there. Again, there is no alternate between Navratri and Onam. Hence, Holi cannot be in the month of August as well. Are you following this one or not? Hence, Holi must be in the month of July. If it is Holi and before this one will be Christmas. If Christmas is here, and this will be Navaratri, and this if this is Navaratri, this will be Onam. And what else is left over here? And Ganesh Chaturthi is left over, that is in the month of September. Done with this? Now this is how these 7 festivals in 7 different months. Then question number 71, which of the following festivals will be celebrated immediately after Navaratri? Immediately after Navaratri, Ganesh Chaturthi, that is choice 5. 71. Then question number 72, and which of the following festivals will be celebrated in the month of June? In the month of June, Christmas, and that Christmas given in choice 4, isn't it? Christmas choice 4, 72. Then question number 73, how many festivals will be celebrated between Holi and Onam? Between Holi and Onam, tell me how many can be celebrated? There are only 2, Navaratri and Ganesh Chaturthi. Hence there are only 2, that is choice 2. Question number 73, it is choice 2. Then question number 74, now which of the following is true as per the given arrangement? There will be 2 festivals celebrated between Ganesh Chaturthi and Holi. Between Ganesh Chaturthi and Holi there is only 1, and there will be only 2 festivals between Holi and Ganesh Chaturthi, isn't it? 2 festivals between Ganesh Chaturthi and Holi, and choice 2 there will be only 2 festivals between Holi and both are one and the same. And choice 3, whatever choice 3 here, none of these. And Holi will be celebrated in a month consisting of 31 days. True or false? Yes. July is having 31 days, that is choice 4. Then coming to question number 75, Onam will be celebrated after how many months of celebration of Christmas? Now after this Christmas, Onam will be celebrated 1, 2, 3 and 4, isn't it? After 4. Hence what is your answer here? More than 3, that is choice 1, isn't it? Done with this? Then question numbers 76 to 80. Now this 76 to 80, these questions comes under which category? Now coded inequalities. Now the relation between R and C. C is here and R is here. The letter which is common between these two is H and G. Now C lesser than H and H lesser than R. Hence between C and R, C lesser than R is true, R greater than C is also true. Then L and G. Now L and G. Now the relation between H and G. Now H is greater than or equals to L. H is greater than or equals to L. And the relation between H and G. H is lesser than G. And that means G greater than H. G greater than H and H is greater than or equals to L. Hence between G and L, G greater than L is true. L lesser than G is also true. Hence both the conclusions follow. Both 1 and 2 is choice 5. 76 choice 5. Then coming to question number 77. Now in this question number 77, the relation between C, R and H. Now again H is here and R is here. R is here. Now H and R. Now the relation between H and R is what? H lesser than R, which implies that R greater than H is true. And the next one, I and G. I is here and G is here. H greater than or equals to I. And I and G, H lesser than G. That means G greater than H. Now between G and I, G greater than I. G greater than I is true. I lesser than G is true. I greater than G is false. Hence what is your answer? Only conclusion 1 is true, that is choice 3. Then coming to question number 78. Now in this 78, the relation between T and Q. Now between Q and T, now Q lesser than or equals to T, which implies that T greater than or equals to Q. And the next one, the relation between O and S. Now between O and S, O lesser than S is definitely true. Hence what is your answer here? Both the conclusions follow, both 1 and 2, that is choice 3. 78, it is choice 3. Then coming to question number 79, the relation between O and R. Now if you observe here between O and R, only greater than is common. Hence O greater than R is definitely true. Then coming to N and P, between N and P there is 1 lesser than, 1 greater than, second conclusion does not follow. Hence what is your answer? Only 1 follows, only 1, choice 4. Then coming to question number 80, the relation between M and R, there is 1 lesser than, 1 greater than, 2 opposite symbols, so no relation. And F and T, between T and F, there is 1 greater than, 1 lesser than, this is also ruled out. Hence, neither 1 nor 2. That is choice 3 is the answer. Done with this? Now, this is about question number 76 to 80. Then 81 to 85. Now, in this 81 to 85, what is information here? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H are seated around A, are seated in a straight line but not necessarily in the same order. Some of them are facing south and some of them are facing north. And first condition is that H sits fourth to the left of A. How many persons are there? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, in total, we have some 8 persons. H sits fourth to the left of A, and A is facing south. As A is facing south, H sits fourth to the left of A, 1, 2, 3, and H will be here. H sits fourth to the left of A, and next one, and A faces south, and A faces, and next one, E sits second to the right of A. As E is seated second to the right of A, this is what the information we have. Then, now if you observe this one, E and H, how many persons are involved in this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 persons. And so how many possibilities do we have? 2 possibilities. Now, if E is at the left extreme and blank A, next one 1, 2, 3 blank, hence H will be here. That is one possibility. And A is facing towards south. Then what is the other possibility? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, in this one, E is here, then alternate A is here, and next blank blank, and 3 blanks H will be here. Done with this? Hence, we are having only 2 possibilities in this one. E sits second to the right of A, and D sits second to the right of G. Now, D is seated second to the right hand side of G, and D sits second to the right of G. Now, the directions of these 2 persons is not clearly given as of now, isn't it? And D sits second to the right of G. If G is here, D sits second to the right of G. And G is neither an immediate neighbor of A nor H. And G is neither an immediate neighbor of A nor H, which implies that G cannot be here, G cannot be here. And similarly, G cannot be here and G cannot be here. G cannot be in these 4 places, then the only possibility left over is G must be here. If G is here and D sits second to the right of G is not possible, isn't it? Hence, what is your answer here? The first case is completely ruled out. Then coming to the second case, now G is neither an immediate neighbor of A nor H, hence G cannot be in these places. Now, if you take G at this place and there is no place left for this D, G cannot be here as well, then what is the only possibility? G must be here. If G is here, D is here. As D is here, D sits second to the right of G, and this G must be facing towards north. Then only D sits second to the right of G is valid. Done with this? Then, next one. G is neither an immediate neighbor of A nor H. Both the immediate neighbors of F is facing north. Both the immediate neighbors of F is facing north. Hence, can F be at this place? F cannot be here, because if F is here, then one of the immediate neighbor of F is A. He is facing south, hence F cannot be at that place. And both the immediate neighbors of F is not an immediate neighbor of H. Hence, F cannot be here as well. Hence, F must be here. If F is here, immediate neighbors of F is facing towards north. These 2 persons are facing north, isn't it? And F faces north, F is not an immediate neighbor of H. Next one, immediate neighbors of E face opposite directions. Immediate neighbors of E are facing opposite directions, means G and D are facing opposite. G is north and D is south. Immediate neighbors of E face opposite directions. Both the immediate neighbors of B face the same direction as that of D, isn't it? That means D and the immediate neighbors of B are also facing the same direction. Both the immediate neighbors of B face the same direction opposite to that of D. Immediate neighbors of B face the direction opposite to that of D. Now, so D is facing towards south. Hence, this B is facing towards which direction? North. As B is facing north, along with this B, the immediate neighbors of B are also facing towards north, isn't it? Both the immediate neighbors of B face the direction opposite to that of D. Now, as D is facing south, hence this B is facing north, and immediate neighbors of B is also facing towards north. Hence, and then tell me whether B can be in between A and F or not? No, if B is here, one of the immediate neighbor of B is facing towards south, that is A. Hence, B must be here. If B is here, both the immediate neighbors of B are facing towards north, then who is the person left over here? C is the person left over, C is here. Then next information. And E and C face opposite directions. E and C face opposite directions, C is facing towards north and E is facing towards south. And this is how these 8 persons are seated in a row. Some of them are facing towards north and some of them are facing towards south. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 81 to 85. Then question number 81, which of the following pairs represent immediate neighbors of the person seated at the 2 extreme ends? Yes, tell me who are the persons seated at the 2 extreme ends? G and H. Now G and H, and it is given in choice. Now which of the following pairs represent immediate neighbors of the person seated at the 2 extreme ends? Seated at the 2 extreme ends are G and H. Immediate neighbors of G and H are E and B. Now this E and B, that is given in choice 3. Then question number 82. If each of the persons is made to sit in alphabetical order from right to left, then how many people will remain unchanged? Then right to left alphabetical order starting with A, this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Now tell me how many persons remain in the same place? 1. Who is that person? B. Only B remains at the same place, the other 7 persons got changed. And choice 4. Then question number 83. And what is the position of G with respect to A? G with respect to A is facing south and G is south to the right. G is south to the right and it is given choice 2. South to the right, choice 2. Then question number 84. Now in this 84, how many persons are seated between A and B? Yes, there are 2 persons, C and F are in between this one, choice 1. Then question number 85. How many persons in the given arrangement are facing north? Yes, how many are facing north? There are 5. 5 persons are facing north, that is more than 1. That is choice 1 is the answer. Clear now? Now this is about question numbers 81 to 85. Then 86 to 90. Now question numbers 86 to 90, these 5 questions are based on what? Input and output. Now in this input and output, tell me what is information given in this one. Then when a word and number arrangement machine is given an input line of words and numbers, it arranges them following a particular rule, and the following is an illustration of input and the rearrangement. Then input is given followed by some other steps, and step 6 has been declared as a final output. Step 6 has been declared as a final output here. Then tell me how many elements are there in the input? There are 12 elements. 12 elements are there. 6th step is the final output, isn't it? 12 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 elements, isn't it? And 6 steps are there, which implies that in each step exactly 2 elements are being arranged. Then coming to this one, then first we need to identify the logic behind this one. In order to identify the logic, we need to compare input with step 6. Now input and step 6, if you observe here, shape, paint, main, key, fan and box. Now these 8 words. Now these 6 words are arranged in the descending order, in the alphabetical order. And next one, the numbers 94, 77 and the numbers are also arranged in the descending order. Words in the descending order, alphabetical descending order, and the numbers in the descending order. Then, now this is the logic. After finalizing the logic, then we need to find out the pattern followed in this one. Now shape is coming to the first place. Now shape is the highest word, that is fixed at the first place. Then what about the number here? 94, the highest number, arranged at the last place. The highest word at the first place, the highest number at the last place. And further, in step 2, the next word arranged at the second place, paint. And in step 3, the next word after paint, that is main. That means the previous word. And the previous word to main is key. And finally, and fan will be at this place. And the previous word to fan is box. Isn't it? Now, from first step to step 6, now in the first, second, third and fourth, so on up to the 6th places, only the words in the descending order are arranged. Then coming to the numbers, 94 shifted to the next place in step 2. And the previous number 77 arranged at the last place. And next these 2 will be shifted to the next place, and the previous number 51. And next these 3 numbers will be shifted to the next place, and the previous number to 51 is 34 arranged at the last place. And again these 4 are shifted to this place and so on. Done with this? And this is how these words and the numbers are arranged. Done with this? And all the 5 questions are based on the same logic and the same pattern. Then question numbers 91 to 95. Now question numbers 91 to 95, these 5 are based on what? These 5 are based on syllogisms. Then question number 91, and the question is about follows, isn't it? All colors are paint. All these colors are paints can be written like this color, and all these colors are what? All colors are paint. And some paints are crayons. Some of the paints are crayons can be written like this. Some paints are crayons. And some colors are pastels. Some of the colors are pastels can be written like this. Some colors are pastels. Done with this? Then first one. Some crayons are pastels. True or false? Some crayons are pastels, that is false. And all pastels being paints is a possibility. Now all the statements are affirmative. For a possibility, we can write as a single diagram. That means paint equals to pastel equals to color equals to and crayon. Hence, the second one is possible. Only 2 follows. Only 2, that is given in choice 5. Question number 91, it is choice 5. Then coming to question number 92. Now in this one, some of the jeeps are trucks. Tell me how to represent this one, jeep and truck. Some of the jeeps or trucks can be written like this. No truck is a van. No intersection between truck and a van. No truck is a van. And some vans are cars. Some of the vans or cars can be written like this. Then first one, all cars or trucks is a possibility. Now first one is a possibility, we can discuss afterwards. And second, some jeeps are vans. Some of the jeeps are vans, that is false. Now the first one is a possibility. Now we need to try this one. All cars or trucks is possible or not? All cars or trucks means, then in order to make this one possible, your diagram of truck must be like this. All cars or trucks. Now tell me whether we can represent like this. If you draw like this, then no, truck is a van will become false. Isn't it? Hence, is it possible or not possible? Not possible. Hence, neither 1 nor 2. Neither 1 nor 2, that is choice 1. Question number 92, choice 1. Then coming to question number 93. Now in this one, some shrines are idols. Some of the shrines are idols can be written like this, shrine and idol. Some of the shrines are idols. And no idol is a doll. No idol is a doll means no intersection between idol and doll. And no shrine is human. No shrine is human. No intersection between shrine and human. Then first one, all shrines can never be. Can never be means it is again possibility. Hence, how to represent this one? All shrines can never be dolls is equal to L. All shrines can never be dolls. Now this can stands for what? Can stands for possibility and never stands for not a possibility. And the same conclusion can be written as all shrines are dolls is not possible. Clear now? In the class we had discussed about that one. All shrines are dolls is not possible. Done with this? Then in this case. Then what is the first conclusion here? No. Now here he is claiming that it is not at all possible to draw all shrines are dolls. Now we are checking out whether it is possible or not. Isn't it? Yes, tell me whether it is possible or not. In order to make this one possible, next my diagram should be like this. All these shrines must be dolls. Dolls should be like this. Can I draw dolls like this? If I draw dolls like this, then no idol is a doll will become false. Statement invalid. Statement invalid means, then what happened to this one? Is it possible or not possible? For me it is not possible. And his claim is also that it is not possible. Hence whatever he said is definitely true or not. Okay? And coming to the second. All idols are humans is a possibility. All idols are humans. Now in order to make this one true, now your diagram of humans should be like this. All idols are humans. Then can you draw humans like this? If you draw human like this, then no shrine is human will become false. Is it possible or not possible? And it is not possible. Hence only conclusion 1 is true. Only conclusion 1, that is given in choice 2. Hence question number 93, it is choice 2. Then question number 94. Now in this question number 94, all cases are problems. All these cases are problems. And next one, all problems are answers. All cases are problems, all problems are answers. No answer is a question. No intersection between answer and a question. No answer is a question. Then all cases are answers. All cases are answers, definitely true. And no problem is a question, no problem is a question is definitely false. Then what is your answer? Only conclusion 1 is true. As it is an affirmative conclusion, that will be true forever, that is choice 5. Question number 94, isn't it? And next one is what? No problem is a question. Now the second one, no problem is a question. All cases are answered. No problem is a question. Problem is here, question is here. It is true or not? It is true. As it is true here, it is a negative conclusion. In order to make this one false, now you need to draw some problems or question. Is it possible to draw some problems or questions like this? If you draw like this, then what happens here? Statement will be invalid. Hence both 1 and 2, and it is given in choice 1. Done with this? Hence question number 94, it is choice 1 is answer. Then 95. Now in this 95, no hat is a tie. Now this is hat and this is tie. No hat is a tie, and all bows are ties. All bows are ties, and some hats are caps, and some of the hats are caps. Then first one, some caps are bows, and second, no cap is above. No cap is above, that is definitely true. As no cap is above is true, in order to make this one false, now we need to prove some of the caps are bows. Is it possible to draw some caps or bows? Cheppandi, draw cheyadam kudurutunda leda? Some caps or bows means cap and bows should be intersected like some caps or bows. As tell me, is it possible to draw like this some caps or bows? Avada? Right kadila? Now what is the statement that cannot be intersected? This H and T cannot be intersected. Now also it is not intersected. Avuna kada? Now without intersecting this H and this one, tell me whether I can able to draw this cap like this or not. Hence no hat is, tie is true, all bows are tie is also true, some hats are caps is also true. All the three statements are valid. At the same time, alternate diagram proven previous conclusion will be false. After making the previous conclusion false, then we need to check out the affirmative conclusion which was false in the basic diagram, isn't it? Now that is the second one. Now the first one. The first one was false in the basic diagram. Now in the alternate diagram, check out whether it has become true or not. Now some caps or bows has become true now. Clear now? When the first one is false, second is true, second is false, first is true. Hence between these two, only either 1 or 2 follows. Either 1 or 2, that is given in choice 5. And this is about question number 95, the choice 5 is the answer. Done with this? Then question numbers 96 to 100. Now question numbers 96 to 100. Then what is information here? And Hrithik Roshan, Aishwarya Rai and so on, there are some 5 persons. Who are those 5 persons? Tell me. Hrithik, isn't it? Next one, Aishwarya Rai, Hrithik Roshan, Aishwarya Rai and Amitabh Bachchan. And next one, Kareena Kapoor and Karishma Kapoor and Shah Rukh Khan. And Shah Rukh Khan are the 5 persons, isn't it? As 5 persons are there, now these 5 persons are hosting different shows in different channels. Now the number of episodes is also clearly given, isn't it? Then what is information here? Among the given programs, the longest one has a duration of 100 episodes. Hence, nothing is more than this 100. Longest is 100 episodes. And this Shah Rukh Khan, now this Shah Rukh Khan, 80 episodes. Now Shah Rukh is 80, but neither G nor B for you. But neither G nor B for you, isn't it? Now these two were ruled out. Then next one. And DD1 will show 100 episode program. Now 100 is DD1. DD1 will show 100 episode, and this Shah Rukh cannot be DD1 as well, isn't it? Why Shah Rukh cannot be DD1? Because Shah Rukh is 80 but not 100. Hence these 3 were ruled out to this Shah Rukh. Then DD1 will show 100 episode program, but neither hosted by Hrithik nor Karishma. Hence 100 DD1 cannot be here, isn't it? And cannot be Karishma as well. Hence what are the possibilities to this one? Either Amitabh or Aishwarya should host this DD100 program, isn't it? Then hosted by Hrithik, nor by Karishma. And next one, Aishwarya has signed neither with Sony nor with Star Plus. Now Aishwarya, neither Sony nor and Star Plus. Neither Sony nor Star Plus. And next one, Amitabh has signed exactly double the number of Hrithik by Hrithik. If Hrithik is X, Amitabh will be 2X, isn't it? And Sony TV will be exactly in the middle. Exactly in the middle when the channel, when all the channels will be compared in terms of number of episodes. It must be exactly at the center. And B4U will show 60 episodes. And B4U is what? 60 episode is by B4U. And B4U is 60 episode and not by Hrithik Roshan. Not by Hrithik Roshan, hence Hrithik B4U is also ruled out, isn't it? Hence DD1 and B4 cannot be by this one. Then Karishma Kapoor will host 3/4 times with respect to Amitabh Bachchan. With respect to Amitabh Bachchan, this Karishma must be 3/4 times. And 3/4 times means then, but not on B4 and ZTV and GTV. No, sir, Karishma Kapoor cannot be B4, isn't it? And cannot be and GTV, cannot be B4, cannot be GTV, cannot be DD1, isn't it? Why cannot be DD1? Because this person is, DD1 is 100, this person is lesser than that one. Because this person 3/4 with respect to Amitabh. And next one, B4 and DD1 is also ruled out here. Then we are left with what? And this B4 and GTV and DD1 were ruled out. Now this Karishma Kapoor could be either Sony or Star Plus. And then what is information we have? Now 100 and 100 is for DD. As 100 is for DD. Now Hrithik and Amitabh Bachchan, and now this Karishma is 3/4 of this one. As Karishma is 3/4 times with respect to Amitabh. Now Amitabh can be 100 or not? Amitabh, because that is the largest duration. If you take Amitabh is 100, then this person must be 75, 3/4 of this one. And if this is 75, this will be 50. And if this is 50, this will be 60. As it is 60, it will be B4U. As it is B4U, 75 is by whom? Now see here clearly given. Sony TV will be exact in the middle when all the channels were in the ascending order. Hence, Sony TV is 75 and this will be Sony TV and 100 is DD1 and this person cannot, 80 is not by, 60 is B4U and this person ZTV is not by Shahrukh. Hence, who is GTV here? Hrithik is GTV. And what is the other thing left over here? G, B4U and Star Plus, this Shahrukh is Star Plus. Done with this? And this is about question numbers 96 to 100. Now in 96, Aishwarya Rai will host on which are the following channels? Aishwarya Rai B4U, that is given choice. None of this. None of these choice 5. Then question number 97. Now in this 97, what is the total number of episodes for the programs on Sony channel? Sony channel there were some 75. 75, what is the choice here? None of these again. Then 98. Now in this question number 98. And who will be the host in the program on DD? And DD1 it is by Amitabh, choice 1. And question number 99. If Amitabh demands rupees 10 lakh per episode for hosting the program, what amount will he receive from the organizers? Now 10 lakh per episode, and how many episodes are there? 100 episodes, that means it must be 10 crores. That is choice 2. Then 100, which of the following is true? Now question number 100, which of the following is true? And Star Plus Amitabh 80, that is false. G, Karishma Kapoor 75, that is also false. B4U Aishwarya Rai 90, that is false. And GTV Hrithik Roshan 50, that is definitely true. Choice 4. Question number 100, it is choice 4 is the answer. Done with this? Now this is about question number 66 to 100 in paper number 650. Yes, anything else? Number series question numbers 56 to 60. Now in question numbers 56 to 60 number series. Now question number 56. Now here the numbers are increasing at a smaller rate and it must be under difference, isn't it? Yes, tell me what is the difference between these numbers? 7 and 9 Now 7, 9, 16, 27 and 41. Now tell me the difference between these two, 7 and 9 plus 2, 9 and 16 plus 7, 16 and 27, the difference is 11, and 27 and 41, the difference is 14. And 2, 7, 11, 14, 2 and 7 plus 5, and 7 and 11 plus 4, 11 and 14 plus 3, 5, 4, 3, next difference must be plus 2, 14 plus 2 is 16, hence 41 plus, isn't it, 41 plus 16 is how much? 57. 57, that is choice 1. Now the difference of difference is 5, 4, 3, 2 in the descending order. Question number 56. Then question number 57. Now in this question number 57, if you observe here, it started with 3 and ending with 924. As the numbers are increasing at a very fast rate, hence it must be under product or combination, and these two cannot be related in the product, isn't it? 3 and 4 cannot be related in the product, hence it must be under combination. Now in this combination, now we should always check out at the highest pair, but where there is a blank at the highest pair, hence we cannot check out here. Then what is the other possibility left over here? 9 and 32. 9 and 32, 9 into 4 is 36 minus 4 is 32, isn't it? Then if that is the case, 4 and 9. How can you write this one? 4 into 3, 12 minus 3 is 9. And this will be 4, 3 into 2 minus 2. Into 2 minus 2, into 3 minus 3, into 4 minus 4. Next one is into 5 minus 5. Now 32 into 5 is how much? 160 minus 5, 155. And the next one will be into 6 minus 6. Done with this? 155, it is choice 3. Question number 57, choice 3. Then coming to 58. Now question number 58, 9, 5.5, 9, 5.5 and 6.5. And next one is 14 and next is 57. Then what should be the next number? 9 and 5.5, how can you express this one? 9 into 0.5 is 4.5 plus 1, and 5.5 into 1 plus 1, 6.5, and 6.5 into how much? Now 6.5 into 2. Now 6.5 into 2 is 13 plus 1 is 14, and 14 into 4 plus 1. 14 into 4, 56 plus 1 is 57. Now check out the pattern among these multiplicants here. Now 0.5 and 1, this is into 2. 1 and 2, that is again into 2. 2 and 4, it is again into 2. Next one into 2. Now 4 into 2. And 57 into 8 plus 1. As what about 57 into 8 plus 1? 7 into 8. 7 into 8, 6 plus 1 is 7. The last digit must be 7. Among the given choices, last digit 7 is given in only in choice 4. Done with this 58. Then coming to 59. Now in this question number 59, the numbers are decreasing at a smaller pace, and it must be under difference, isn't it? Then what are the numbers here? 109, 104, and 94, and 77, and 51. Then what should be the next? Now here the difference between these two is 5, and 104 and 94, here the difference is 10, 94 and 77. Tell me what is the difference here? Difference? 17. Avuna kada? 77 plus 17 is how much? 94. The next one, what is the difference between these two? Now 77 and 51. What is the difference here? 26. Hence minus 26. Yes, what is the difference between 5 and 10? This is 5. Here the difference is 7. Next one is 9. Next one is 11. Hence, and 26 plus 11, 37. And 51 minus 37. Then what is your answer here? 14, choice 4. Done with this? Now question number 59. 14, choice 4 is the answer. Then question number 60. Now in this question number 60, 26, 31, 20 and so on. 26, 31, 20, 25, 14, then what should be the next? Now the relation between. Now if you observe here 26 to 31, number increased, again 31 to 20 decreased, again 20 to 25 number increased, again it is decreasing. Now if you observe here the numbers are increasing and decreasing. Whenever the numbers are increasing and decreasing, then we should go for alternate series, fine. Alternate series, these three numbers comes under one series and the remaining numbers comes under the next series, isn't it? As tell me what is the relation between these two? Minus 6 and 20 minus 6 is 14. And 31 and 25, 31 minus 6 is 25, 25 minus 6 is 19. Then what is your answer here? 19, that is choice 2. Minus 6 minus 6, the alternate numbers. Now this is about paper number 650. Done with this?